I'm Caroline George, joined by head men's soccer coach Nick Glaser. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
All right, so you started your coaching career kind of at University of Memphis and was the assistant coach for 6 seasons there. How did that kind of mold you into the type of coach that you wanted to be here for your first season at Delta State?
Yeah, working under Richie Grant there, he's a fantastic coach. He was my coach in college, and the reason I got into coaching, so to be able to be mentored by him at my alma mater and at a high level was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. So it the way it kind of helped shape me is something I'm hoping to pass on to my assistants here is you're thrown into it. So we got to do a lot of coaching and recruiting and budgeting and learn all aspects of the program.
All right, so the 2013 season marked the first season for you here at DSU. Tell us about how your first season went.
Yeah, it was. We had some ups and downs, but I really was proud of the boys for fighting all year. We had a really tough schedule, one that we inherited. But when you have to play everybody in the Gulf South Conference twice, that's 16 games right there.
That's true.
And we're one of the best conferences in the country, and there's no forgiveness there. So to beat Christian Brothers and to tie West Dow at home and to get some of those results was. I wish we'd have had a few more. I think the boys deserved a few more, but we're excited to get going into the spring and build on kind of some foundation that we built in the fall.
So what expectations did you have entering your first season as a head coach, and did you meet those? You still got some you want to try to meet?
Yeah, we're just didn't have expectations. I was learning the conference. I was learning the team, and anytime you take over, you've got to kind of cater and not cater, but garner the team to the way you want, and so the expectations. I think we've got this foundation built now that we so desperately wanted to get built, and so that's exciting for moving forward.
All right, so you were 3-14-1 overall, and 2-11-1, like you said, in a very tough GSC conference. Like you said, also one of those. The tie was a double overtime tie with West Alabama, and the 3 of the wins came from, again, over extra time, double overtime win over Union 2-1, single overtime win over Christian Brothers 1-0, and 2 overtime win over Ouachita, kind of to close out the season 2-1. So out of 5. You had 5 total games this year where the boys went extra overtime. I know that was stressful for you. It was stressful for the fans, for Delta's, everybody watching Delta State. What was the deal with that? Why could they not, just get it done in regulation?
We talked about that, and I think it was, first off, I just want to say that was, prior to this season, we had never won an overtime game. And, that was something that the boys talked about last year, not being able to win in overtime or not feeling that they could win in overtime. And that was something that is a total credit to them in the way we trained and this fall to, like you said, have 5 overtimes and get results in 4 of them. So, that's kind of the foundation that we're talking about. That belief in what you're doing is going to pay off. So, but the other half of that is, can we not get into overtime games? But it's nice to know that if you do have to go into overtime, that the majority of the time you're going to come out on top.
Oh, yeah. It was absolutely a testament to, their mental toughness and, they can battle and perform really well.
Yep.
So, Amin Ramani was named first team All-GSC. He was one of your better players this year. Kind of tell us about what it was like coaching a player like him.
It's a joy because Amin he's got a great soccer brain, and for him, I was really happy this year because he avoided a lot of injuries, and so he, I think for himself was happy to be able to play through the year, and for us, selfishly, being first team All GSC is a big deal, so we want him out there as well. One of the things we're going to ask Amin to do is take more of a role as we move forward, because if he's a first team All Conference player in the GSC. He needs to be showing that day in, day out, and he's more than capable of doing that. So we're excited to have him as we move forward and add some players around him.
Definitely looking forward to having him back next year. What's the plan up until Christmas and for next spring? What's going on?
We have mandatory time off right now, but the boys, they are working on their own. They wanted a weight program. They wanted some fitness. They wanted to be able to get out and work with the ball. So, we can't be there with them and we can't make them, but they're doing that on their own, which is exciting because it's their eagerness to say, hey, we want to get better, we want to get better, we want to get better. So
awesome. So I know off season is crucial for you and your assistant coaches just with recruiting itself. So tell us about what kind of athlete you look for when you're recruiting.
Yeah, we talk about this all the time in the office. I think we have a unique advantage here at Delta State because once kids get on campus, they fall in love with it. With the community, with the school, with the student body. So that's one of the areas we really try and push is to get kids here. And for us right now, we're really pushing for Mississippi kids,
Right.
whether it be junior college or club, because we are, we're the only. Well, Mississippi College will join next year, but the Division II men's soccer team, we're the only NCAA team in the state of Mississippi. So it's not known, widely through Mississippi. But so we want the best Mississippi kid. Then we're going to go and we're going to try and recruit the best kids in the region. And then we're going to go and we're going to add a few international players here and there. So that's kind of the plan. Andy is headed over to England over the Christmas break, so he'll be doing some recruiting there. I'll head down to Florida. I'm headed to Dallas. We're headed down to Louisiana in a couple of weeks. So we're getting out there and we're getting after it.
All right. Well, congratulations on your finishing up your first season, and good luck next year. For head coach Nick Glaser, I'm Caroline George.